Alright, what's up guys? So welcome back to another video, and today we're gonna be doing the brakes and rotors on the Prelude. So right now I'm breaking the bolts before I jack it up, and then go from there. So we got a bunch of stuff on the table over there, got our tools, and we're gonna also be flushing the fluid as well. And we're hoping that the axles come in today so we can do that too. So we got that axle nut so we can break it and go from there. And this is why we're replacing the axles too. Look, come here. Look, it's cracked on this side and then cracked on that side. All right, update. So we got the brake pads out and the rotors. Got those. There are a lot of life left in these pads, but I'm guessing the previous owner that had this, when they did the brakes, they only swapped out the pads and not the rotors, or didn't get them resurfaced. The problem with that is that if you do that, you run the chance of warping your rotors because of uneven wear on the rotors, and it just causes all havoc. So when we would stop and come to a slow stop, it would, like, the pedal would do this. So it was very annoying and very sketchy. So that's the reason why. And another thing I noticed too is that whoever did the rear brakes, probably the same person, I don't know if you guys can see, but it didn't seat all the way, so they're kind of uneven. So it grinded it all the way down to here, and this one, it didn't grind it down all the way. So this was not even touching, and this was. So that's a big problem too. So it's a good thing we're changing out and taking care of this right now. And another thing that we do have to replace is the end links, which this one right here, the other side is very messed up. That one's blown. We have to replace the outer tie rod, ball joints. So there's a lot more work to be done, but it's a 22-year-old car, so we're not really worried about it. That's my thing with this car. I'm not really worried about it. It's an old car, it needs a lot of maintenance, basically like a mini restore. So I'm just glad we're getting the brakes out of the way and being safe with that. We're also going to do a fluid flush, so that's going to take some time and go. Woo! Car parts. Go grab it right in the front door. No, you got it. Thank you. Car parts. Car parts. Got the axles. So that's another thing we have to install today. So, pair of DTA axles for our Prelude. Got them for a good deal off of Amazon, actually eBay. So, whew, this should be fun. So guys, it was 12 o'clock, 12:30 when we finished up removing everything, and as you saw, we did receive our axles, so we were gonna replace that right now as well. Well, we ran into a bit of an issue. This axle nut won't come off, and we've been blasting it with PB Blaster. We've literally broken 3 of our breaker bars, and it's a pain in the ass. So Mcrib is actually coming right now to hopefully save the day, see what he does, and see if he can get this off so we can remove the axle and replace it, and then replace the brakes. And we're probably gonna flush the fluid tomorrow after we get everything like all buttoned up. So we'll see you then. We're kind of bummed, but sorry for the messy hair, guys, but been getting busy. So we've been fighting those axles, the lower ball joints, and axles for, I know this is gonna sound stupid, a week. And I want to say a week because on Tuesday we were having trouble separating the lower ball joint from the lower control arm. We ended up snapping a bolt on the other side for the lower ball joint, so we had to press them out and then press new ones in. So I just got that done today. Backtrack to Sunday. Today's Tuesday. Sorry. Backtrack to Sunday. Caleb and I went ahead and finally got the control arms off, so these guys, for both sides, so we can press fit the new ball joints on. I did that today. Thank you for Mcrib for punching the shit out of them, excuse my language. And then I had rented a tool to get them pressed back in, so I gotta go return that. And then I got back home today and I decided to put everything back on. So I was having a hard time with these axles because for some reason this one wouldn't go in, so I had to kick it in. And then these splines right here were grinding on the back of the knuckle over here, so I had to grind that down, and I got that one situated. And then on this side, for some reason, this was on this side of the axle. So when I was tightening it down, for some reason, when I was tightening it down and I was spinning it, so right now it's spinning freely, but when this thing was on there, it was really tight. So it was squishing up on this instead of on the bearing. So it's gonna rain again, because after Tuesday, when Caleb and I got down to this, it started raining Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I believe. And then Saturday I had to work, I had to do a detail. And then Sunday I had to do a detail. But luckily I got some time in to get this all out. And today's Tuesday, so that was the whole timeline of trying to get everything down and trying to get everything done. So yeah, now it's just a matter of putting the brakes on, torquing everything down, putting all the cotter pins back on, putting the brakes back on. I think I already said that. Bleeding the lines. I'm also gonna replace the transmission fluid because I lost a lot, so I might as well switch it. And then yeah, this car would be up and running. So December 15th, shout out to Slow MS3, my boy Jeffrey, doing a Malibu car meet. So we're hoping to get the car, situated by then to go out and drive it. I hope it doesn't start raining for more than a day or so. That way I can get this done before the weekend starts, or get it done this coming weekend. So I'm sorry for this video being so long and being so late. Usually I try to post every week, but this has just been a pain in the ass, a nightmare. Honestly, we could have gotten the brakes done like that, but we ended up doing the axles as well, and the axles were the ones that made us, you know, kind of all over the place. So I'm just happy I can do this. I'm happy that, you know, I have the tools to do it. I have somewhat the knowledge. I had to ask, you know, shout out to Mcrib. I had to ask him a few questions. He, like I said, helped me out knocking the ball joints out and trying to get the nut out. Oh, and yeah, I tried grinding that nut out and that didn't work. So I literally bought a Harbor Freight Impact that had like a 1050 torque breakaway, and it literally came right out. So that was one thing we were fighting, and now we got that cleared up. So this is just an update, and I'll let you guys know when it's done. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.